Okay, I didn't hear any. Stations with formal traffic bulletins, announcements. Please check in and list your traffic.
KG4YVJ, one announcement for the net.
Okay, Miss Susie, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. This is my number 10. My number 10. I wanted to let everybody know that it's that time again. We need to produce the 2014 roster for the South Carolina single sideband net. So I'm asking all members to check your entry on our website and to advise me of any changes that I will need to make, such as maybe a new address, a new phone number, or an email address. I would also be happy to add new members. Anyone wishing to become a member, please go to the website and follow the directions on how to become a member. That will send me an email, and as soon as I get your email, I will add you to the list and reply back by email. And also, anyone who notices an error on the website is asked to let me know so that we can make the printed roster as accurate as possible. I can take any corrections on the net, or you can email me at Sierra Mike Charlie Uniform Lima Lima Oscar Mike at att.net. That's SM Cullum at att.net. Thank you, Al.
Okay, thank you, Susie. We'll proceed now with whatever else we've got. This is a direct to net. All stations direct your comments to the net control station. Check in your proper alphabetical group. List any informal traffic indicated to remain to the right you part of the net. And please remain on the frequency until we complete this roll call in case we end up with traffic for your area. This being Saturday, we'll begin with suffixes alpha to delta.
K1FFKPL162.2.
Not only speak slowly, but I would hope that you use standard phonetics so that I can get everybody in the log accurately. Suffixes alpha to delta, call W4NVO.
W4NVO. This is Alpha 4, Alpha Juliet, AA4AJ, Jim in Bristol, Tennessee, negative and negative.
W4 NVO. Please check in Kilo Delta 4, Bravo Alpha Oscar, County of Jamestown, no traffic, no accident.
W4 NVO. Hello, Hal. Please check in Kilo Delta 4, Alpha Golf Quebec, staying in Chapel Hill. No traffic, but I'll stay for a comment. Thank you.
W4 NVO. This is WA4ALP, Ross and Rossfield. Good evening, Hal, and the net. Negative and negative. W4 NVO. Good evening, Hal, and the net. Please check in Kilo 4, Alpha Victor Romeo, Mac in flight, negative and negative.
W4
Alright,
NVO.
Ryan, who's over in that corner? Yeah. Alright, talk to me, baby. I'm West Frank Sweet Nothings. I'm facing the wall.
W4 NVO.
This is the ceiling.
Good evening, Hal. This is Bill, W4 DBK. And North Carolina, I'll be proud for a comment.
Welcome to Grand Central.
W4 NVO. Good evening, Hal. This is W84 BUO, Tom in Bishopville, negative to negative.
Okay, we've got 84, no, Alpha 4, Alpha Juliet, KD4 BAO, KD4 AGQ with a comment, W4 AFE, T4 AVR, and I missed the suffix on the KD4 something I.
That's Kilo Delta 4.
84 Charlie India, thank you. That first letter didn't come through the first time. And we've got W4DDK with a comment, and W4BUO, Tom. One more time for Alpha the Delta.
W4MDA, SORMM, dispatch.
Yes, sir, Roger, you're better. Maybe we can get that traffic now. Okay, who can take Roger's Merlin?
Number 1, X-Ray Lima Golf, listening.
4 XML, if Mitch don't want it, I'll grab it. Whichever one, I got a copy on Roger now. I'll go ahead and pick it up, Bob, and I appreciate it though, but yeah, I'll go ahead and pick it up right now that I can hear him. You want to go ahead and pass it now?
Yeah, go ahead and call Roger.
Yeah, N4 and N4 Mike Fox. Go ahead with the Merle limit.
N4 Mike Fox, N4 RMM. Sorry about all the trouble. Please copy number 514 Listen Hotel X-Ray Charlie Kilo 7 Oscar Alpha Hotel, which is 1 Glen Phoenix, Arizona, February, which is 1/8. Richard, Hotel Romeo Charlie Hotel Alpha Romeo Delta, Jared, initial Juliet, Charles, Hotel Bravo Romeo Oscar Kilo, Kilo Juliet 1, figure 4, 5, 7, 7, Lila, Hotel Lima, India, Lima, Alpha Charlie, 1, Mile, Canada, Sierra Charlie, Zip 2, 9, 5, 7, 6, same figures 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 1, 4, 9, 0, 6, right?
All right. Let's see. Is this one of the messages on the that's in the CAM stuff?
I don't think it is, well, it probably should be though. Message is as follows. Joanne, Keith, November, Tango, Sierra, Oscar, Alpha Charlie, Tango, India, Victor, Echo, initial X-ray. Please, May, radio drama, 1 word, figure 7-3, right? Kilo 7, Oscar, Alpha, Hotel,
All right, Roger. Roger, you're 2514. Let's see, that was Charlie. So as soon as I get that to him, I'll get something back the other way. And Hal, yeah, you can put me down for a comment and for Mike Fox.
I did that already.
Okay, I appreciate it, Nick. I'll be out of the
Okay, thank you, Roger. Okay, we'll try one more time for Alpha Delta suffixes. Well, we must have got them all. Let's go for Echo to Hotel. Call W4 and deal.
Control. Check in November 4, Hotel Tango India, Jordan, Townville.
Would the first one give me a call sign again, please? Alpha Echo 6 Echo, thank you, sir. And I got N4HTI.
Net Control. Alpha Star with apologies. Can't stay. Alpha India 4, November X-ray, AI4 NH, Mike. On the welfare in the Peter Reed River, in and out.
AI4NX, we got you, sir.
Thank you.
Echo Hotels, try again. All right, we'll move to India through Lima, Southern. It's called W4NDO.
W4NDO. Good evening, Howard and Annette. Please check in W4 LRD 64 Lima Romeo Delta, Lord and Pendleton. I'll be negative. W4NVO. Please check in Kilo 4, Kilo Sierra Yankee, Bravo Myrtle Beach. Good evening, Hal. Negative.
Okay, not sure about the first one. Is that K4 Whiskey Echo Alpha?
K1FFK.
Lima Echo Alpha, thank you, sir. And we got W4LRD and KK4KSY. All right, we'll go to the mic through Papa suffix. It's called W4NDO.
W4NVO. Check in KG4MUL. James Orange. Good evening, Mr. Al. All on the net, and we'll be negative.
W4NVO. Checking off a kilowatt for November. A great and I'm still in negative. Now, W4NVO. Good evening, Hal. This is Kilo Delta Papa Hotel, KB4PH. I'm Kim, Greenville. I have no traffic and no comments. W4 NVO. Hal, please check in WB4 George, German Island location. I'll be commenting on the comments. W4 NVO.
I heard W4NVO. What's the rest of it? Okay, I heard the KK4. What's the suffix, please? somebody relay the suffix for me, please?
Relay WTP.
Say again?
Relay WTP. Victor Golf Charlie, over.
Victor Golf Charlie. Thank you, sir. We got it. Victor Golf Charlie. Thank you. All right, we got KG4MEL, AK4N, KD4 Papa Hotel, W1MLK, and what was your request? You're fading in and out. Do you need to call Susie? KG4YVJ.
Relay.
Go ahead.
Hal, he needs to fill on Susie's email address so he can send her an email.
Okay, Susie, can you give him the email address again?
Roger, my email address is smcullum@att.net. That's Sierra Mike Charlie Uniform Lima Oscar Mike @att.net.
Okay, guys, and then we got Jim WB4MER with a comment, KB4OMM, and KK4 Uniform Golf Charlie. That's it. All right, let's move on to Quebec to Tango. Suffix is called W4NDO.
W4NBO. Hello, Hal. Please check in Alpha Juliet 4 Tango Hotel, AJ48, Stephen Blakewood, native and negative.
Charlie 4, Hotel, Jim and Lauren, negative. W4MBO. Please check in. Whiskey Uniform 2 Tango. W2T. Rusty and more. No traffic. I'll be around for a comment. W4NVO. Kilo Juliet 4 Tango Langley. KC negative and negative. Hal.
W4NBO. Hey, Hal, please check in. KF4 Sugar Queen November. KF4SQN Sandra and Cashers. No traffic, no comments, just listening.
All right, we got AK4TH, KC4Y question mark H. What's the suffix again?
Charlie 4 Queen Italy Hotel.
What's the middle letter again?
Charlie 4.
All right, I got you now. YNYYIH. And we got W2T, the boss man with a comment. K4 Tango Lima. And KF4SQN Miss Sandra.
Correction, Hal.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that fella's call is Quebec Italy Hotel. QIH.
Correct, okay. My writing's a problem.
Okay, just wanted to make sure, because I heard you say YIH, and I heard him say QIH. So, alright, no problem. W2T, back to now.
Well, thank you. My pen skipped a little bit, so my Q didn't look like a Q when I read it back. Okay, let's go to the last block. Uniform through Zulu, called W4NBO. I believe you said anyway, I know you never down. This is Kilo Golf 4 Whiskey Bravo Bravo, answer for WBD. I'm across the river and through the woods from you, my folks in Martinez, Georgia, and man, the band is in good shape. I'll be negative and negative.
W4NBO. This is 15 Pro, Uniform X-ray Hotel in Chapin tonight, and on the W4NBF Club Radio, negative to negative.
Good evening to you. George 4, Becky Tango Papa, and D4, YCP. John's up there in Salem, negative, negative. Just walk in the door.
34 NVO. Here is Alpha Delta 4 Whiskey Echo. Fred and Edgemore, negative and negative. Good evening.
W4 NBO. Hey, please check in Whiskey 3, Whiskey Oscar Tango, Palmer Bluffers, negative and negative.
W4, NVL, good evening to all gathered up here this evening. Please check in for XML, November 4 X-ray, Mike Lima, Bob, Myrtle Beach. Nothing put in that house, 73.
Okay, we'll see what we got here. I tell you, the band is strange, or sometimes it just drops out of syllable. The rest of the time it's okay. But anyway, I've got K4VCA, KG4WBB, KK4UX, KG4YKB, AD4WE, W3WT, and 4XML. All right, let's drop back and go through the entire alphabet. Anybody that waiting to check in can call W4NBO. And doesn't matter what your call sign is, anywhere in the alphabet, call W4NBO.
W4NBO. W4NBO. W4 Norway, Ontario, Norway, John, and Fountain Inn, negative and negative. Please check in Whiskey 4, Whiskey Lima. Ronnie, Elgin, negative and negative.
W4NBO. Hello, Hal. Please check in with CH Quebec, Kilowatt, Ontario. John on Hilton Head Island. Spent a few hours in your fair city up there, or your neighboring cities, at the QCWA Chapter 89 lunch today. And you had beautiful weather up there. Better weather than ours, even. Other than that, I'll be negative and negative, and you have a good evening and a good nectar.
Hey, Don.
Yo.
Take control. C copy M4 TJ, Thomas Bond, in and out.
W4, NVO. Good evening, Hal. Please check in Kilo 8, Whiskey Delta Bravo, Walton, Ohio. Negative, negative.
All right, we got a lot more there. We got KB3AMH.
Hey, Kinkoids! Guess who?
W4RWL.
Hey!
NB4Q.
Well, all ice this morning. It was warm yesterday, then it got cold. Everything's all ice, but we went out and ate at home. Anyway, it's about 11:30. We're having the Breakfast of Champions. Warm beer and cold pizza.
Go ahead.
No, having cold cereal, Captain Crunch, something crunch here, man. I don't know what this is, but anyway.
I've got that written down. I guess I read it
All
wrong.
right.
One more time, anywhere in the alphabet.
Check in, control. Check in.
However, that bumper for Delta 3 business looking up for Jordan. There you did the same. Hey, man. Hey.
Mickey, is that N4 Delta Zulu Bravo?
Delta, Zulu, victory.
What's the last letter again?
Victory, B as in victory.
Okay, you got you now. We'll go back to check-in from time to time, but right now we've gone through the formal check-in part of the net. Unless someone has something else to bring up by way of net business or traffic, we'll close the formal part. Those desiring to secure are welcome to do so, but we'd encourage you to stay and listen to the comments, and some of you may change your mind and make a comment. If so, you're welcome to do that.
Right, Kate.
Go ahead.
Now please check in KE4GC. So forgot Victor's man and Lila. Next.
All right, so KK4 conflict, we got you, sir. First one listed for comments is N4MF. Go ahead, Mitch.
Yeah, good evening, Al and the group. W4NVO and 4 Mike Fox. Aside from the weather being absolutely gorgeous here at the house today, run around outside with a t-shirt, my shorts. It was, had a visit from Billy. And brought me that Kenwood with the 10-meter issue in it, and I'll probably be looking at that somewhere here next day or two. I got another Kenwood in front of it, an 820. It's got the usual lubrication problem with the DFO, and I'm gonna need to rework or redo. I got the resistors today that I procured in my normal manner off of FreeBay. Tomorrow I'll get the parasitic rebuilt for Tom's 6-meter amp, and you can get everything else to look over before I put power on it and see what we get once I get the parasitic rebuilt. Other than that, that's been pretty much my day from making my usual about every 3 or 4 day Wally World run, but that's about it for me. Back to you, good net, W4NVO and 4 Microsoft.
Okay, Mitch, did you say working on a 520?
I'd have to go look at it. I think that's what it is. I know one of them is an 820, and I think the one that Billy bought me was a 520.
Okay, the 520s are notorious for having a dirty grinding finger that rides on that tuning shaft.
Yeah, well, that one I don't. That one I don't have the well, that may be it. But what it does is he said what it does is it almost the way he described it to me was that it's going into parasitic oscillation, and it pops the fuse, and it works everywhere else. Just on 10 meters, it wants to blow the fuse in it. So I'm gonna go through the caps in it and see what's going on there. It's most likely that either a cap has gone bad, or the neutralizing cap is bad, and letting the PA go into oscillation on 10. But the 820, the DFO on it, what the deal with that is he'll set it where it's at 0, and then after it sets there for say 15-20 minutes or something another, it'll slowly creep up to 1, and there's actually a technical bulletin from Kenwood about that, and leading to check spring tension and lubricate this gear, that gear, and some other stuff in there to try and correct that problem. But I'll sort that out when I get to it. And I appreciate it. Yeah, and for my thoughts.
Okay, do we have anyone waiting to check into the South Carolina single sideband that's called W4NDO?
W4NDO. It is KA4I in Jim Blake checked in those traffic, but I'm not going to
K4IZN, got you logged in with a comment. KD4AGQ, what's happening up in the People's Republic?
W4NDO. KD4ATQ, good evening again, Hal, and everyone else on the net. Well, you know, Hal, you work in the profession for some period of time, and it's quite easy to get jaded. But I found out about a story on Friday that I'm really excited about doing. We have two brothers, and they're both physicians. One is head of the J.C. Burns Center here at UNC Hospitals, and the other is head of the emergency department. They're teaming up to form a program to train the returning medics that are coming back for the various armed forces, because they've got incredible skills, but you know, it's a formal training. They're going to do an accelerated program for a year and give them their physician assistant or nurse practitioner's license, in the hopes that they'll open up practices in some of the smaller towns in North Carolina. So they're finding out that these people, in their very nature, are used to working by themselves in very dangerous conditions. Not that the small towns are dangerous or anything like that, but they aren't necessarily the big hospital type. So at the risk of using a cliche, it's a win for both the state of North Carolina and for the veterans. And I'm really looking forward to shooting that project. I'm hoping to be able to take an entire year to shoot it, and probably plan on shooting it in black and white film. But interesting to note that both of these brothers are veterans, and they're setting up this program. So I'm really looking forward to doing it. So that's a little bit of bright news there, and I thought I'd pass that along. This will be KD4ATQ. Hope all goes well in Somerville. 7-3. KD4ATQ clear.
Okay, Dan, hope that turns out to be an enjoyable project.
I'm sure it will, Hal. It's a good program. It's going to be a great program. The guys are first class. KD4ATQ.
Okay, let's go all the way up to Monk's Corner. W4DDK, what's on your mind, Bill?
Hello, Harold. W4NBO, W4DDK. Hope you and Kathy are doing well today. And Dan, thanks for bringing that to us. I always like to see veterans continue to serve in any capacity. And I tell you, that PA program's a great idea. I had never really heard of it until probably the last 5 years. And then some of the doctors I have seen and had dealt with the PAs, and that seems to be a great interface between the doctors, who seem always too busy, and the PAs seem like they take a lot of time, a lot more time with you, and it's a really good program. But we had a great day here today, weather-wise, and really reminds one of the great advantages of living in the low country. And I noticed we had some multipath going on tonight, and I used to notice it a lot with Randy in Ladson, but I hear it on you, Hal, and also Mitch tonight, and you may be hearing it on me. It sounds like a hollowness, and I guess I used to hear it a lot on AM days when you would have it. That selective fade sound. So the band's in good condition. Usually, when it's in real good condition, I hear the multipath. I don't hear it on distant stations. It's usually stations that are within 20, 30 miles where I hear it. Well, I had a good deal today. I shop at Bilo, and they give gas credits the more you buy, the more you get off of gas. And my gas credit had gotten up to $2.43. But we had such
K1SCXPL162.2.
they only allow one fill up. I think a month is the way it goes.
W1SCX testing.
The minute you fill up, then you start going back to you have zero credit. So.
W1SCX testing.
K1FFK. It's 20 o'clock.
W2T, ready to copy, Hal.
Please copy my number 7 routine, today's date, abbreviated, my station, your station. Chickens 5-5, traffic 6, 55 slant 6, and no more.
Roger, number 7, W2T.
W4NVO, thanking everybody for their participation and telling me to come back tomorrow for another session, and we'll wind this one up. This is W4NVO clear.
Dallas, Texas.